Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video and welcome back to a new Plan With Me video, and this time for June. May has been a great month, but I just feel like all the warm weather coming in and all the greenery outside right now, it's just making me so happy. And for June, I'm gonna write something new. But let's get the monthly review done first. So, how did May go? I got back the edit letter for Gods, Rot and Ruin, and I actually managed to edit the whole thing. I managed to read more, you will see that in the reading wrap-up thing, and the only thing that I did not do was post on Instagram 3 times. I have been more active on Instagram because I feel like I need to build up that community again, but I have not been doing as well as I would have hoped. And I did not start knitting a new sweater, but I did do a lot of things. I managed to edit the first rounds of edits of Gods, Rot and Ruin in May, and a vlog of that will be up in June. But let's get into the planning of June. So I always start with the color theme for the month, and for this month it's going to be lilac and blue. And lilac is for the YouTube stuff and blue is for work stuff, because for June you will see in this planning section is that I don't have many YouTube things to do, but I have a new job and it's at a library, so I will be working there the whole summer months, which means that I have been working really hard on YouTube trying to get stuff out of the way, but I will still have a lot of time for other stuff. As I'm writing here for the monthly intentions is that my monthly intention is to write something new, and specifically write the sequel to Gods of Rot and Ruin. And I also want to be outside more, so I just wrote really cheesy, enjoy the weather. And June will be focused a lot of me stepping outside of my comfort zone. I graduate in June, and I also have a new job, and I'm gonna do a lot of things I haven't done before, and be around a lot of new people, and just be a social butterfly, which I'm not. So I just wrote that here to keep that in mind, to try new things and to try to step out of my comfort zone and really grow as a human being. That sounds really cheesy, but let's get to the goals of the month of June. I have a goal of writing 1/3 of the new sequel, and I also need to add that the cards that you see on the side of my iPad is from a tarot deck. It's Pamela Coleman Smith's RWS tarot deck from the company, or published by US Game Systems. So I just needed to add that those cards are from that tarot deck, and I'm not that big into, tarot reading, and I can't do that stuff, and I don't really know what these mean, but I felt like they fitted somehow into my new work in progress, the sequel to Gods of Rot and Ruin. So I just, aesthetically pleasing, that's really what I went for here. On my to-do list, really simple, these always add up in the end, but I put the same as the goal, write 1/3 of the sequel, and film all the videos I need to film and edit so that I won't have to, sit there when I am tired from work. So yeah, I put here on the to-do list, publish 3 posts on Instagram. Going to be Gods of Rot and Ruin related, hopefully, if I manage to, find some photos, because I have been, looking into, copyright things, and I have always used Pinterest for my photos, but I can get into a lot of trouble if I continue using Pinterest and trying to promote my book through Pinterest photos, because they are often, I don't want to say those photos are stolen, but I can't credit the rightful owner if I take pictures from Pinterest. So I've been looking into that and trying to find some free photo websites. So that's going to be a task. But here we are into the YouTube planning, the videos that I will post in June. So here we have June Plan With Me, of course, what you're watching right now. And then I'm going to publish how I'm planning revisions for the first rounds of edits of Gods, Rot and Ruin. When I'm filming this, I have already done the first round. So this video will be all about my process, how I went about it, my step-to-step process, I guess. And then on the 16th, I'm doing a really fun video, and it's a mid-year check-in, a writing goal check-in. So I'm gonna watch what my writing goals were in the beginning of the year, and I'm gonna check how far I've come with those goals, and I hope that you will enjoy that video. But for the 23rd of June there will be the editing vlog of me editing the first rounds of Gods of Rot and Ruin. How many times have I said that in this video? But I'm really excited about this video. I have not yet filmed the conclusion end of the video, but I will do that. And then for the 30th of May there will be a writing vlog, and it's secret. It's secret what I'm writing in this vlog, but you can probably tell by how I've talked about things already in this video. But I wrote it as a secret, but it's not really a secret. And here I'm putting what dates and what days and what week I'm gonna film that specific writing check-in video, the goal check-in. And overall, not a hectic month when it comes to YouTube, but definitely when it comes to work. And I put here also, as well, as you can see, on the 10th and 11th, that will be my first working days, and really exciting. Here we come to the reading wrap up and reading planner journal thing. So I have already written what books I have finished, so I'm just putting in all the photos here and you will see me do that. So the first book that I finished in May is a poetry collection that's called The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace. And I really feel like with poetry you have to read between the lines and you have to come up with your own conclusion depending on what the words mean to you and what their meaning is. And I really enjoyed that about the book, because when you read like a fantasy book, you get so much handed to you with descriptions and everything. So I really enjoyed that about the poetry collection. And I gave the poetry collection 4 stars, and here I'm also putting in Heartstopper and Mistborn 1, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I have read Mistborn book 1 twice now. It took a really long time reading it the second time around, this month in May, so I'm really happy that I have finished it. I gave it 3 stars. It was not that good. It was not as good as I remembered it. I felt like the ending was the best part, and up until then it was just a slow trek. It was just not the right time for me to read that, but because I was in a reading slump and I should have just picked up, as for example, Heartstopper, which I gave 5 stars, really quick and easy. I read the volume 2 as well, and I also gave that 5 stars. It's by Alice Oseman, and I watched the TV series and the TV adaptation on Netflix, Heartstopper, and I fell in love with Nick Nelson and Charlie Spring, and I needed to read more about them. So I purchased the volumes, and I'm waiting for volume 3 and 4. It's taken a really long time for shipping because they apparently are like sold out or something. So yeah. But here I'm also updating about the book Solens dotter, which is a Swedish book in a Swedish title. So my translation is Daughter of the Sun by Anna Granberg. And she's a fellow author on Seraph Förlag, so the publisher that I'm working with. And here's the cover that I put in. And I just prepped this, I guess. I haven't finished it yet. I have 1 hour left on the audiobook and I'm really enjoying it. But I haven't just been listening that much, so I will finish it in June. But I just want to talk about it here. So I'm also reading House of Earth and Blood right now, the first book in the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas, because I want to read the second book, which is House of Sky and Breath. And finally, I can check off something on this reading list, like my physical TBR reading list, and that's the Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace. That's the only thing that I can check off. And here are all the books that I have read so far, halfway through the year, kind of. And my favorite book that I read in May was definitely Heartstopper 1 or 2, I can't decide. 5 stars. They are so good, and if you haven't read them or watched the TV series, you should definitely do so because they are great. So with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like and a comment below, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And subscribe, because I post a new video every week, every Thursday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!